facility. And I'm going to call your names based upon the time in which you registered. The first I have is Kendall.king.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kendall.king. I live on 3050 Plank Road. I moved here 2 years ago from New York City, and so I have some familiarity with unnatural smells. Since I've been living at my place, I've been almost on a daily basis. I smell something that does not smell like it comes from nature. So I don't know how it's reported that they have such a sterling record. I'm also an amateur scientist, and I have a question that I want to ask to representatives afterwards about how to turn what they produce into something that essentially oxygen, something I do on a regular basis. I've been doing for the last 4 years, and I take a process called HHO, and at the combustion. In fact, I did 7 hours of demonstrations at Earth Day here last year, where I had a full-size van, 460 horsepower, 7.5 liter engine. It usually does about 8 to 10 miles per gallon. On the regular, I get 16, with almost 0 emissions. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any film of that, but I can duplicate it, and because to my mind, to my knowledge, what's coming out of that plant is not fit for human breathing. I've been asking, I've gotten involved with Bucket Brigade and been reporting, and just the day before yesterday, when I left for work, and I go to work on a bicycle, and I smelled something that wasn't natural. When I get off at 4:30 and I come home, again, I smell something that's not natural. Now, I don't have a chemical analysis to determine what it is, but it's certainly something on my shopping list. And Mr. Reese and Mr. Gerard, I believe that's his name, but anyway, I have some questions for you, because from what I experience almost on a daily basis, it's not clean air. Now, I know the difference because when the air is clean, it's some of the most energizing air I've ever, mind you, I just spent I lived 15 years in New York City. Before that, I lived 12 years in Baltimore City. So both of those cities, aren't too high up on like clean air. And so coming out of that for almost 30 years and coming here to a town that I don't know, maybe 500,000, it's somebody's fallen far short. And I think people need to be a little bit more honest to run these plants and a little bit more effective in your efforts, because like I said, I'm not here to just criticize. I have a solution, and from what I understand, you make benzene, which is part of gasoline, and correct me if I'm wrong, is not a gasoline hydrocarbon more complex than a benzene? So if I can do it with an automobile, me with a high school education, 1 year electronics, with all your resources, with all your knowledge, I don't see why I have to wake up almost on a daily basis and smell something that I feel is corrupting my health. I just recently had a reaction to something where my armpits have turned dark. I haven't been to a doctor yet, but I will be going to one. And if I find out something in my environment, and mind you, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. I don't drink. So those are my comments. And I have questions for the gentleman from Exxon. Thank you.